Hello everyone. Right now I'll be showing you the app I developed for the challenge. It's deployed on Amazon Amplify. So let's go and see it. Basically, it's a movie rating app. So it's pretty simple. You can rate movies by rating. That actually means you can either like it or dislike it, and you can also comment on some films. Here it's a small carousel. It's pretty basic. That tells you what you can do. You can either save to your watch list, right, which is gonna be down here. You can also, if you don't know what to watch, you can browse and see what other people's opinions are, and you can also help other people too, right? So first of all, let's go to the about page, which is pretty basic, which tells you also what you can do. You can rate a movie, get films from every genre. You can comment and discuss with other people. And here's a little message so you can understand what the website's about. It's pretty basic, just so you can see it. Let's go back to the main thing. In order to be able to see films, for instance, you got a bunch of categories. Right now, I got popular films here, but honestly, it's just Star Wars right now because I didn't get time to implement this functionality, so you can actually get the most liked films right now due to time restraints. Then you can also browse movies. For instance, I want to watch Fast and Furious movies. I can browse in here. These movies are coming from the IMDb API. I'm connected to that API, but I also created my own API to manage all the likes and dislikes and the comments, and also the watch list. While you're not logged in, you can do some basic stuff. For instance, you can browse. You can access a movie. I'm going to this movie, for instance. Then I can see the basic information of this movie. I can see the name of the movie, the year it came out, the director, the actors, etc. I can also read about the plot. I should be able to read the comments if there are any comments. I should be able to read them. I should also be able to see the likes and dislikes if there are any. But I shouldn't be able to actually like or dislike the movie. It's disabled. Or to actually make a comment. So if I try to make a comment, it's going to tell me. Right now, this one's loaded. If I actually try to make a comment right now, it's not going to let me. And I can see other people's comments here, but I cannot do anything else. And I can also add to my watch list, but if I want to add to my watch list, I gotta log in, so it's going to tell me log in to add. Or I could log in by clicking this button. We're going to do this functionality first. For instance, I want to add this Star Wars movie to my watch list. I click to add. Something important before I keep going on is that, okay, I'll show it later on. I'm going to sign in with Google. I'm going to use my own account, and then I'm going to use someone else's account so you guys can see. Okay, something important I was mentioning is that since I didn't manage to actually implement HTTPS on my API, it wouldn't really let me make any request given that I'm using an HTTPS website right now. And if I use HTTP for the front end, it's not going to let me do any request to auth0, which is what I actually use for the authentication. Then, if you guys want to be able to go in here, actually connect to my API, you have to go to click in here, then go to site settings, and just for the moment, you're going to have to allow secure content, just so you can get the whole experience. And that's it. Then you should be able to get all the content here. Now I'm logged in as myself using my Google account, and I can actually see all the movies I've actually added to my watch list. I can add a new one. Let's see. I want to add the Avengers, not all the posters. Okay, I want to add Captain America. Avenge Crowds. Okay, I want to add this one. I don't know. I want to add this movie. So right now the internet's kind of slow, but right now it's sent a request, so I can actually add the movie here. Oh, here it is. Here it appear already. I can go to the movie. I can like the movie. It's also going to take some time. Okay, there it is. I can dislike the movie too, which is going to send a request to the API, or I could undo whatever I did, so I get no opinion anymore. I can actually also upload a comment. For instance, I like this movie, and I post a comment. It's going to send it to my API. It's going to tell me it's being uploaded successfully, and it must reload, so I can actually see my comment, which I can also delete. If I want to delete my comment, in case I don't mean what I said, or I accidentally uploaded it, etc. And here it is, successfully deleted. And I could also go back here then check my comments on other movies. For instance, here I've commented in this movie, but I can delete my own comment, but I can't delete someone else's comment. And I've liked this movie here. It's in white. It's telling me that I liked it, but I can also dislike it, or I can undo whatever action I did before. And it's also gonna tell you the amount of likes it has, so you get to see how good it is. And I can also delete a movie or remove it from a watch list. And it's also taking some time, but it's done. Then, if I wanted to use a different user, I would log out from here. Then I'm gonna log in using this button, and I'm gonna choose a different user. I'm gonna use my brother's account right now, and it logged in already. So you can see that he had a comment in here too. So now I can actually get access to this comment and delete it, but I can't delete the other user's comment. And he's got his own like or dislike in here, which can end up changing. And he can actually look for his own movies. Let's see, we want to add this one. It's added here. And he can go on and either like it or dislike it in comments, like this is a comment. And I can post the comments, very same functionality for other users. So yeah, you can see it, and this is basically what the website's about. It's got pretty good functionality, and thanks for watching. I'm going to show you guys my code real quick. I used React and TypeScript to actually write the code for front end, and I also use Bootstrap in order to give some styling. Here are my components. I got the about component, about cards. It's pretty simple. You you get to see it in the about page. You got the home, which is one of the most important components here, which is connected to the carousel component and some scrollable card lists. You can actually, well, I used to display the movies, and I can horizontally scroll through the movies with it. What else is important here? We got the login button and the logout button, which actually use Alt0 in order to log in or log out. We got the movie cards, which display all the content of the movies, which are basically cards and adapted to the functionality I need. They display the image, also the name, and they have a little button which you can click in order to either add to a watch list or remove from the watch list. Got the nav bar, which is pretty basic nav bar. It's just got a link to the main page, the about page, or the login. Get the ones to remove to the watch list and to add to the watch list, which are pretty basic too. What else do I got here? The scrollable card list component, which was pretty important to me, since this is the way in which I display all the movies. Got also my app TSX here, which is connected to the index, and I use routers in order to actually switch from one page to another. I'll have two pages, which are actually, well, three: movie, about, and movie page. And that's basically it. It's a pretty basic React app. I wanted to show you also my backend. I made it in ASP.NET Core. It's an API, and most of it was auto-generated because I just connected it to an SQL Server database, which is in AWS, an RDS instance, and then I used that connection to generate scaffold controllers, which are this one. And I just did one modification, and it was in here in order to filter. So what I do is that I receive the request. Whenever I want to get, I only modify the get. I receive the IMDb ID, which is the movie ID, and then I filter in order to get reactions or comments, or, well, only reactions and comments based on this ID. And then the watch list, for the watch list controller, I filter based on the user ID in order to get the watch list of the user. And then it's basically pretty simple. The rest, and on startup CS, the only thing I modify is that I added cores and I added the DB context in here to use this database, and basically the rest is pretty simple. It's pretty much the way it was generated. Just so you can quickly see the database format, I got three tables, which are comments, reactions, and watch lists. Are pretty similar, the tables. I got the ID, the IMDb ID, which is the movie ID, the user ID, and all this is the same for the three of them. Then I got a username. It's only for the comment section, so I can display the username, a comment, which is going to change and be the reaction if I'm on reactions, and it's going to exist the watch list and the event date. which I use to actually order things.